Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out D by Rhandy, Rhodes. Man, this tune brings back so many memories. I played this for my college exam when I was 16 years old. I remember it clear as day. And when I was like, oh man, I should do a lesson on that song, I could remember it all. And I'm just so shocked. There's probably been 25, 30 years since I played it, and I could remember nearly all of it. I've gone back over it again and tidied it up a little bit. I think I got it a bit closer to the record, which is what I'm going to show you now. It's a really beautiful piece, not crazy difficult, but sounds great. I still remember my grandmother being super impressed because it was the first time I played something that she actually listened to. So yeah, really nice one to pop into your repertoire. Hope you'll enjoy it. Let's get to a close-up and check it out. So we're starting off here with kind of a G chord using a C shape. First finger is barring the 7th fret. I'm only really concerned with the thinnest 3 strings, but I find it easier to put the bar a little bit further over than that. Little finger is going down the 10th fret of the 5th string. And we start by playing that note there, the 10th fret, the note G, with a thumb, and ring finger is going to pluck the thinner string. Then we play the 3rd string, 2nd string, and hammer that 2nd finger down on the 8th fret. And then play the thinner string again. 1, 2, triplet, 3. 1, 2, triplet, 3. In researching for this lesson, I checked out a few transcriptions, and there are quite a few different approaches to playing this song. What I'm going to give you is my best guess, where I think there were 2 things that I thought could be this or could be that. I'll show you both. But I'm fairly confident that this is the one that was played on the record, but not so crazy confident that like it has to be right. It could be that it was something else, but this one sounds just like the record. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be trying to show you here. So this little C-shaped G chord, 1, 2, triplet, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now here, I'm playing the open D string, 1st finger, 4th fret on the 3rd string, little finger, 5th fret on the thinner string. I noticed in this lesson that's the note B, which can be played as an open string, and this is definitely easier, playing open 4th string, open 2nd string, and the 1st finger in the 5th fret of the thinner string. But there's something about that fretted note, I still think that's how it is, and I don't really know why. I can't hear the difference on the record that it is or isn't the open strings, but this one with the note on the 4th fret is the one I think it is. But you could choose the other one. It's definitely easier if you want to do it that way. And then you've got this little series of harmonics. At the 7th fret, natural harmonics, you probably want to use your thumb, 1st, 2nd, 3rd fingers there, and it kind of gradually pulls it off. It's not all at once. So you want to practice this kind of gradually going thumb 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, triplet, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're at the next part. This is a B minor, top part of a B minor here. Very easy. Thumb is going to be playing all of the notes on the 4th string, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, playing those strings respectively. You play the 4th string and the 1st string, then 3rd string, 2nd string, 3rd string, 1st string, 2nd string. Then the same pattern, but now you're going to put your 2nd finger down on the 8th fret of the 2nd string and little finger down in the 10th fret of the thinner string. Same pattern. Then you slide that 3rd finger up and you play the same shape that we just had. But it's like this little slide back. Little finger slides back, and then you play it again at the top. Now that little slide back with the little finger, I'm not 100% sure that's what it is. I'm fairly sure, otherwise I wouldn't be teaching it or playing it that way. But it's one of those little parts where I'm transcribing it going, no, it could be something else, not sure. This sounds pretty right to me anyway, so we're going to stick with that. So going from the B minor, we have this. Put down the chords, which makes it a G again. When we add the 2nd finger, little finger. Now, 9, slide. All the way up. 12, slide back to 11, and then 12 again. Now we're back to the same intro, but we go slightly different. Now this is 9 and 10 on the 5th string and the 2nd string. We move that whole shape down and put our first finger down in the 6th fret of the 3rd string. We play the 5th string and 2nd string, then 3rd string, and then back. Now we've got this little movement, which is 5, 4, 2 on the 5th string, 7, 5, 3 on the 2nd string. So you end up this, it's like D, I think this is an A with a C sharp bass, to a B minor. That's what I'm guessing the harmony is at. Then this would be a G6. So thumb is, first finger is just playing the note G, little finger on the note E, 5th fret, 2nd finger on the note B. That's another one where you could use open strings there, but I don't think that sounds right. I think that sounds more like it. And again, I feel like I can hear a bit of the C sharp and the D clashing a little bit together, so I think this is how it's done. But again, look, I'm not so arrogant as to say this is definitely the right way. This is my best guess, okay? Let's go all of the way through from that second time with the D, with the G, rather. This is a D, I think. Then here. D, A with C sharp bass, B minor, now to the G6. Now, this is 5 to 3 flick off. C sharp is the 6th fret on the 3rd string, back to the D. D. Now this again, this is like a D with an added 9th, I guess. We're playing the 4th fret and the 3rd fret, that's on the 2nd string and the 4th string. Then you play the G string twice, then 2nd string, back to the G string, the 3rd string. Thinner string, 3rd string, thinner string, 2nd string, 3rd fret. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2. I love that. It's kind of hard to get that nice and smooth. You got to jump. It's to a B7 chord is what you're jumping to. That's the kind of little thing where a bit of practice just on that one move going. That'll do you good in a kind of a tune like this where there's one sticky bit, just repeating that one little section over and over again. So 2, 3, 2, 0. Then we're grabbing the 1st fret on the 4th string, the 2nd fret on the thinner string. 3rd string, open, thinner string, open, and then down to our bass note, our root note B. Now the little bark bit. Okay, so 2nd finger, 3rd fret on the thicker string with the open, thinner string. Use a bar to play 2nd fret on the 2 outside strings. Then 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the thinner string with the open E. This little contrary motion, like that's where it's coming from, almost certainly. Okay, now we've got the second, which finger? Now I'm forgetting what finger I used. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, we're just playing 1st finger, 2nd fret on the 4th string. We play up this little arpeggio through the open strings and back down. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and I started counting in 4 instead of 3. That's a bit sad. 3 to 2 flick off. Reach over to the note G sharp with the bass with the 3rd finger. 1st finger doing a flick off there. 3rd fret on the 2nd string, open, A7. So this is the A, open A and the C sharp, 2nd fret. G string, 3rd fret on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. I'm trying myself in knots today. And then 12th fret harmonics. Now the little fasty bit. This is 2, 4, 2, 0, 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 triplet, 3 triplet to the D. It is just, it's not strictly rhythmically correct. Well, it is actually stricter than I would have thought when I sat down and analysed it, but still, it's not. It's just the fast one. I wouldn't be too worried about the exact subdivisions at this point. 2, 4, 2, 0. Just one pick. Hammer on flick-offs, and then finishing on the open D string. I'm using my first finger for that first one. Thumb, thumb, open. It's another one of those, if you struggle with it, just going over and over again until you start to get it feeling fluid. It does kind of roll nicely, that one. It shouldn't be too difficult. We've got the open D. Really nice little section this. 3rd fret, 2nd fret with the 1st and 2nd fingers. 5th fret, 3rd fret with the 3rd finger and the 1st finger. Move that up 2 frets. And then little finger's going to hammer on the same fret as the 3rd finger. That's the 7th fret. 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3. This is a G with a B bass, then open 3rd string, back to that D, the D note, 3rd fret, 2nd string, and the thinnest string. 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and. So the same movement, but finishing with 7, 9, hammer on flick off. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. This is A7 again, open G string to the D. Now this really lovely little rundown. This is open D string, 5 to 3. Now, I think it's probably flick-offs, but I've played it so long. 5, 3, 3, slide, 2, flick-off. But it is probably. So choose which one you want to play. I don't think they sound vastly different. Now here again, we got the C sharp in the bass note, 4th fret, 3rd finger, 5th string. 2, open, 3 on the 3rd string, open. And then I hear another note which sounds slightly different, so I'm assuming it's 5th fret on the 2nd string, but I've always played that note twice. If you want to be pedantic, that's what I think it is, 100%. Now this next bar, also a bit weird. Some sort of B minor, 1st finger, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 3rd fret, together, open thinner string, then 2nd fret, flick off to the open B string, and then a slide. It definitely sounds like a slide, but it seems odd to do that when you just use the open string, but you know. It's this little A again, A7. Now it's this. Or it could be this. Doesn't really matter which way, whether you're going to use your thumb over. A thumb over is a bit awkward on a nylon string. Either way, it's 2nd fret on the thicker string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, open D, and then we want a B note there. Now this last part, I've seen lots of different people play it lots of different ways, and I'm not convinced that what I'm going to show you is 100% right, because the very last note sounds like a flick off, but I can't figure out how you would make it a flick off. So I'm going to show you my best guess, but feel free to explore further. If you're a real pedant and you want to make sure you get this exactly like the record, then you might want to have a listen and do some experimenting, see if you can figure it out. I think it's this. Okay, so open thicker string 8th fret, 7th fret, then 5 and 7, then the same notes, but with a C sharp bass, the 4th fret on the 5th string. Then I hear this note, the G, but it sounds like a flick off to me on the record, but I can't flick that. I just can't do that. And I'm not sure, sometimes now I think that they both slide down, so you end up with, and then those little harmonics at the 7th fret there. I did also like this same note, but here, but then you'd have to have, and I can't flick off my 3rd finger while putting my 1st finger down, so you'd shift it again, so that's another option. I'm not exactly sure which one of those is exactly right, I've got to be honest. They both sound good, and this is one of those ones where I feel like it's okay to explore it a little bit and see which one fits your fingers best, because you don't have to play it exactly like the record. I'm trying to play it as close as I can for you because it's a lesson on this beautiful song, and I want to do justice to Rhandy Rhodes, who composed this beautiful piece of music. But at the same time, I feel like it's okay for us to make it our own a little bit and find a way that makes it feel most musical and most connected to you when you're playing it. I kind of feel like that's an important part of playing these sort of things anyway. So look, I'm going to play it once more through, just real slow, see if I can kind of count my way through it, maybe pause on the important bits just to make sure that we're all getting our way through. I really hope you're enjoying it. So starting up here on the G chord, using the C shape, we have 1, 2, triplet, 3, 1, 2, 3, harmonics, 2, 3, B minor, 3, and G, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, 3, back to the G, 2 triplet, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, the descending, 1, 2, 3 to the G, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I really hope you enjoy learning this tune. Rhandy Rhodes really was an incredible guitar player, like unbelievable rock metal guitar player, but being able to compose a kind of classical style thing like this so beautifully as well, like absolute legend. This is a all-time classic piece, and I would encourage everyone who loves metal to have a go at it because it's a really different flavour to the repertoire. If you're into your rock music, do head on over to JustinGuitar.com and check out the new Rock Immersion course. You'll probably be digging that one. I'll see you for plenty more very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.